Hello sheeple, it's Monday the 28th of September in the UK. It's a nice day, no rain as yet, but it is a lot chillier, so I think autumn's definitely here. So yeah, I haven't been up to much really the last few days. I've been working on another video. It's a presentation about something that's very dear to my heart, so I'll hopefully get that finished in the next few days. No, nothing really much else going on. There is one other development. Got a proper mic, so hopefully everything's going to sound a little bit better from now on. Yep. So up in the game. You got to now being a top YouTuber. I mean, my 10 subscribers. Thank you again. So I had the 11 a while back. It just really dropped that. It's a steady 10, which is fair enough. So I'll maybe find some other ways to sort of get some more followers. Join a cult or something. So, but yeah, what I thought I'd do today is just run through the papers, give a little breakdown on what news is going on, what people are talking about over here. There was an anti-COVID demonstration over the weekend. I think there was 15,000 people in Trafalgar Square, not socially distancing because they don't like it. And I think it turned a little bit violent at the end. There were some arrests, but from the footage I've seen, the manhandling was coming from the police side rather than the demonstrators. So yeah, so. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on and just run through the news, just to do a video. Really, I was a bit bored. I had to go out early this morning. I had to pick my mother up and take her to hospital. So she's having a pre-op for an operation. So that went all right. And I think it's somebody's big birthday today. So this one is dedicated to my friend John in America. So they're in Indiana. They're not. Yeah, I mean, Dana keeps sending me the numbers, and they seem to be spiking a little bit and then dropping down a little bit. So they don't seem to have it under control over there. But I might have to go for a nap before I crack on with the news. But anyway, with that being said, let's crack on with the news. Right, so welcome back. These are the papers as of 9 hours ago off the BBC. I haven't got a licence, but you can go onto their website without a licence. So that's what I've done. First headline here is from the Metro. Ygritte expectations. Now Ygritte was the character of this Game of Thrones, Rose, don't know her last name, and she was off with Kit Harington. He was the King of the North. He was King of the North. And they got together on the show, and they got together in real life. So good for them. She's expecting a baby. So elsewhere, we had a lockdown in place after 10 o'clock last night, and apparently people just pulled out into the streets and carried on drinking. So I think they probably need to have a rethink on what's going on there. The suspect is named in the police shooting. So this was a guy here. This is the policeman, Matt Ratana. And he sadly got shot while they were taking this guy into custody in Croydon. quite unexplained, really. He was handcuffs, and he still managed to. Well, I don't know what happened, so they're obviously investigating that. But it's yeah, another policeman dies on duty. Terrible, terrible. Moving on to the Daily Telegraph. Neighbours are told to call the police on isolation cheats. Yeah, well, there's a 10,000 fine now if you keep breaking the law. So maybe they're going to operate a commission-based scheme. I'd imagine that'd be quite popular. So, and then we've got some people here. Were rugby players. You'd have guessed rugby players, wouldn't you? But they took the knee for the sergeant that was killed. We got a bit upset. So, yes, universities urged to refund fees to students because they're all in lockdown. They've all gone to university in the last couple of weeks, and because they've been students do what students do, which is drink and hang out with each other. And of course, there's been spikes in coronavirus, so they've actually locked down some dormitories, stopping them from going out. So they're having to stay in their rooms and doing all the lectures online. Now, students over in the UK, they pay between 7 and 11 grand a year for this tuition. And I figure, yeah, if it's done online, how much is it actually costing the universities? How much profit are they making on just delivering content online? I deliver content online. Some would say it's just as good as a university course. Some wouldn't. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's the beauty of the free world. But yeah, it's a bit tight to the universities to force them into lockdown and still take their money. They certainly should at least look to be refunding them the accommodation fees for the dorms that they're stuck in. And really, I mean, education. Worthwhile education should be free. So I'm not on about these people who go off to degree to do hotel management. I mean that's just retarded. So, but if they're doing a genuine, is it a STEM subject? Something that requires proper knowledge. Then I think that should be it should be free. But no, you can go on and get a degree in. And tying your own shoelaces. That's an 18-month master's degree. That is. So yeah, it should be free. It isn't. They're paying way over the odds for way under the service. So they need to fix that. Daily Express. Right. Yeah. They've got the cop on the front page again. Typical Daily Express. Although he deserves to be there. He was a hero. Died in the line of duty. So then, quick dig at Harry and Meghan. They love a dig on Harry and Meghan. Apparently, they're in violation of royal deal. Which, yeah, I guess because they've signed a deal with Netflix, so it probably there's probably a conflict of interest there along the way. You can see Meghan smiling there. What's going on behind those eyes? And then you've got Harry looking a bit despondent. I mean, all I can say is, Harry, you married her, so. But there you go. We can always solve everyone else's problems, can't we? So Boris to defy rebels in blitz on virus cheats. So they're going to step up the crackdown on those who flout the rules. So this 10 grand a day Oh God, forgive me. 10 grand a day fines, or fines of up to £10,000. And a quick story about their changing Strictly Come Dancing stars amazing steps to keep shows safe. Well, I'm guessing, yeah, that they're going to stay 2 meters away from each other, so which makes the waltz especially difficult. So I don't think that's going to work out really. I think the first week they'll realise that that they're making an error there. So moving on to the Daily Mail. Eat to Beat Disease by Jane Clark. Well, she looks healthy, doesn't she? So, fabulous recipe pull out inside. I don't think so. Um, I mean, yeah, you'd say, well, yeah. Can we have someone a little less dead looking to sell us a eat yourself to fitness plan? So, and the Mail are saying that the police starting corona spot checks. I've not seen any police out on the streets doing that. So yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, the Daily Mail and the Express, they've got one hand on the scare button half the time. So, and here's Rupert Everett whinging that he's no longer a Hollywood star. How I fought back after Hollywood ditched me. That might be Paul Hollywood though. That might be because I think Rupert I don't know that he is for certain, but I believe that he's gay. So maybe he's talking about Paul Hollywood. He probably said, Rupert, I've got to get back to the Bake Off. It started again this week, so it's over, and he probably recovered from that. And this is how he fought back. So, but shame on Paul Hollywood for ditching him in the first place. So, I mean, they're both quite tanned, so I think they'd have made a lovely couple. So, right, on to the Times of London. Emergency lockdown plan to ban socialising. Oh, it's all this lockdown, breakdown stuff. It's awful. If people had common sense to start with, all we could say is use your common sense, and if you want to take the risk, then it's yourself. It's not only yourself you're hurting, but it's your family as well. So I know you don't give a stuff about other people, but maybe when it's your own flesh and blood, you might be a bit more interested. There's a Busby here, Queen's Guard, and they said, "Oh, he's Colin's going to go out and have his picture took for the paper. Sarge, what should we do?" And I say, "Well, give him the big hat." So that's clearly what they've done there. Good news as well for people who don't buy a licence fee. You're no longer going to face prison. It will just be fines, and that pursued through the civil court. So yes, that's good. One more nail in the coffin. Hopefully they'll become a subscription service soon, and they can employ you they like then, and pay them what they like. If they can afford it. So instead of just suckling off the government teeth and the general public. So yeah, no good words to say about the BBC at the moment. I used to love them, not anymore. So like Hollywood ditched Everett, I ditched the BBC. So right, so this is the Eye, which is the scaled down independent. Their headlines are I think Leicester are top of the Premier League after a few games. So yeah, Reg Vardy got a hat trick at the weekend, so he's back on form. So good for him. The BBC Ofcom have put to Richard, is it Richard Dacre? I don't know, and more. They're in line to be running Ofcom, which is basically the communications regulatory body. So try saying that after a couple of drinks. So yes, but they're highly critical of the BBC, and they're going to be in charge of this body. So again, another nail in the coffin of the BBC. Right there, reporting the rollout of UK vaccine faces years of delay. The government is ill-equipped to deliver any drug approved for mass vaccination programme. Well, I'm sure it'll all come together when they want us to take it. I personally won't. Not because I'm an anti-vaxxer or I'm anti-COVID, you know. I just don't think a vaccine that will be no more than 3 months old, you know, at the time of its proper release, has been tested enough. So no, I'll wait for those in government to take it and see what happens to them for a few months before I consider it. And I think that's reasonable. So, like I say, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I get a flu jab. You know, I had all my jabs at school. I think they're vital. Just this one isn't. So, but we'll see. We'll see. That's a story that's going to blow up probably in the new year. Right, The Guardian. Diane Abbott on her remarkable life in politics. Well, remarkable is one word. Pathetic is another. Unremarkable is definitely another. I mean, oh, she's awful. She can't add up. A son is some kind of thug, mental thug. So yeah, and Diane had an affair with I can't even remember his name now. He used to be Jeremy Corbyn. So I mean, they used to. Oh yeah. So a Diane Abbott interview, and she's looked at this paper and said, "Oh yes, an interview. Oh, it's on page 62. I bet she ain't read it. I bet she couldn't find it." So, yep. So, world leaders back 10-point pledge to halt destruction of planet Earth. It's too late. No one's gonna do it. So, you know, I mean, climate emergency. I mean, we should, you know, if something was going to be done, it would have been done years ago. So I think they're just happy for it to. It'll go to being. I mean, some people are saying it is already too late, but we're going to basically react to it. We're not going to be proactive about anything. So yeah, it's. I mean, you know, we announced these 10-point pledges. I mean, where do they lead? So, I mean, you see that on about the UK going carbon neutral. I mean, that's not going to be for another 20 years or so. So the damage is done. If you wanted to do something, you should have done it years ago. So I'm quite happy to watch the world burn, to be honest. So I think it's about time we just, you know, wipe the slate clean and started again. So yeah, and then we've got 4 students thinking they're funny. They're not. They're idiots. Manchester Metropolitan University. They are among thousands in the UK stuck in quarantine. Yeah, all my sympathy for the students that I showed earlier. It sort of disappears when pictures like this appear, because you can just tell what their attitudes are. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, they do have some sympathy. No, they don't. Right, so moving on to the Daily Mirror. Is there? It's a couple more papers to do. So, The one about the Vardy hat trick again. The secrets of New Look Strictly. There aren't going to be any secrets in these articles. Frankenfood warning: ban this hell meat from the UK. The Mirror exposes US horror farms lining up to trade with us in post-Brexit deal. The Mirror has visited gigantic farms in America where tens of thousands of cattle are pumped with hormones. So, because this is on about, that there's going to be a US UK trade deal once we come out of Europe. And then they're all, all the ones on the left are going chlorinated chicken and hormone beef and rat hairs in your coffee and all this. So basically, it's just a lot of fuss about nothing. So get the trade deal done, and then the market will decide. Yeah, if chicken is chlorinated, I'm sure it will have to say so on the packaging. Yeah, if this meat is pumped with hormones, I'm sure they're going to have to say so on the packaging. So, and as you walk around Tesco and Aldi's and Sainsbury's and Waitrose and M&S, Asda, did I mention Asda? There are many supermarkets. The Co-op, Lidl. So I'm not going to name any more. The market will decide. So you walk around the supermarket, you pick up some meat. If you don't want to eat chlorinated chicken, and it says it on the pack, buy the non-chlorinated chicken. So, and then after a while, the market will respond, and they'll say, we're not getting any money out of the UK selling our chlorinated chicken there, so we'll just scrap it. We won't sell it there anymore. And we'll keep all our hormone beef for ourselves, and the market will decide. This is the good part about capitalism, is that the consumer has the choice. They can pick it up and buy it, or they can put it down and walk away. So all these people got their arse in their hands about all this. Oh, let's find a really horrible picture and say you're going to eat that. Well, no, I'm not going to eat it. If I expect proper food to be properly labelled. So, yeah, the market will decide on that one. Is this? Oh no, a couple more then. Financial Times: Obamacare will be terminated after November poll. That's from Trump. He's got to win. He's got to win first. So, and then Brexit teams in race against time as trade talks enter the final straight. So I have no doubt there'll be some deal. I know everyone's saying there won't be, but it will happen. So again, all your lefties and Ramonas with your arse in your hands. I know. I'll admit if I'm proven wrong, I will admit it and apologise. But we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So, so this is the last paper, the Daily Star. Starving rats attack our pets. Hungry rats driven crazy by coronavirus are eating pets. Rodents have seen normal food sources dry up and are turning to easy prey, scoffing household animals, including tortoises. I mean, really? I don't know. I mean, a tortoise, only got to put his bloody, he can go into his shell, can't he? Oh, this is, and they're not being driven crazy by coronavirus. Is it just by not being able to have food? Well, the food chain hasn't changed, so I don't know why this is a story. I guess it's, I mean, it's effective. It's the newspaper version of clickbait, isn't it? So I'm not going to give it any more pay any more attention to it than that. It's the Daily Star. So there's a lovely picture of Maisie from EastEnders. Strictly secrets. They're not going to be any secrets. And Maisie's big reveal. Now they're implying there she's going to pull down that top. I know for a fact that that's not going to happen. So, but she's a nice looking girl. I've already gone through the contestants. And apparently E.T.'s an Earthling. No idea what that's about. Not even interested in finding more about it. So yes, so that's the papers. Oh, Rishi Sunak. He's got it. There's going to be a new job support scheme. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. Right, I'll hand you back then now, and I'll see you in a second. Right, that's the papers done then. So, I just I mean it's I'm just putting it out there. So it's I had other things that I'm going to work on today, but I just wanted to get one out there because I hadn't put out anything in the last few days, and I wanted to give a chance to test my equipment. And my new PC. I've told you I've got a new PC, yeah, it's the most powerful PC in the world. It's all part of the upcoming new £2 million studio that I'm moving into. Yes. So anyway, I shall let you go. Take care of yourselves, and this is Bad Influencers signing off. I'll see you soon.